Good morning, all of you, once again. So today we are going to discuss the continuity part of yesterday's class, that is Bohr's atomic theory. Yesterday we discussed that some postulates towards the theory, and I derived the radius and energy, radius of nth orbit and energy of nth orbit. Okay, so that is very, very important. Now I am going to take what are the drawbacks of this Bohr theory, or that means limitations of this theory, and I am going to explain hydrogen spectrum, that is elements having single electron spectrum, hydrogen spectrum, and some problems based on this theory. So this is our aim towards this class. Okay. So first of all, what are the drawbacks of this theory? What are the drawbacks of Bohr's atomic theory? See here. Limitations of Bohr's theory. Limitations of Bohr's theory. So what are these limitations? Nothing much. First and most important theory, at the beginning of this theory, I had already told to you, this theory applicable only for single electron system. It is only for single electron system. That means it failed to explain more than one electron, that is multi-electron system. This theory is failed to explain multi-electron system. It is applicable only for a single electron system. Okay, so that means it explains. It explains spectrum of one electron system, but not for multi-electron systems. Multi-electron species, but not for multi-electron species. So only for single electron systems. So that is a basic failure. Second point. Okay. It is failed. It is failed to explain. It is failed to explain fine, my dear boys, please be mind. It is fine spectrum of hydrogen. So see here, it explains line spectrum and hydrogen, no doubt. It explains light spectrum, but it is failed to explain fine spectrum. Sir, what is the difference between this line spectrum and fine spectrum? Later, in hydrogen spectrum, I am going to explain, please wait. So it is failed to explain fine spectrum, but it explains line spectrum of hydrogen, single electron systems. So that is very, very important. Next, third point. It is failed to explain Zeeman effect and Stark effect. It is failed to explain Zeeman effect and Stark effect. So what is this Zeeman effect and Stark effect? When a spectral line is placed in strong magnetic field, it splits into a number of further lines. When a spectral line is placed in a strong magnetic field, only magnetic field, it splits into a number of further lines. That is called as, that is observed by the scientist Zeeman. That is the Zeeman effect. See here, Zeeman, M is there, magnetic field. Magnetic field is there. So when it is placed in magnetic field, that splits into number of further lines, which is observed by the scientist Zeeman. That effect is called as Zeeman effect. When it is placed in electric field, okay. So there also some every line is break down into number of further lines. The number of further lines that is observed by Stark. That is called as the Stark effect. So electricity, that is a shock. It is a shock. The Stark effect. That means when a spectral line is placed in strong electric field, it splits into further lines. That is Stark effect. When it is placed in magnetic field, it splits into further lines. That is Zeeman effect. So these two effects, why those splittings are available, not clearly explained by this Bohr. That's it. So Bohr theory fails to explain Zeeman effect and Stark effect. Next one. Next and important one. That is, it fails to explain de Broglie's theory and Heisenberg's theory. De Broglie's theory and Heisenberg's theory. So these two, at the end of this, after the completion of this Bohr theory, the next topic is de Broglie's theory. After that, Heisenberg's theory. Later we will discuss. So those theories are wave nature of that light, wave nature of the electron. So that is not explained by this Bohr theory. So these are the failures of this theory. But when compared to previous atomic models, that is Rutherford's model or Thomson's model and something else, this is the best theory. This is the best theory. Okay. Number of applications are also there. A few limitations. Every theory is available. So here these are the few limitations. Okay. Now I am going to explain how he explained line spectrum of hydrogen. Now our topic is line spectrum of hydrogen. After that, what is that line spectrum? I am going to explain it. So now our topic is line spectrum. Before going to that, there are some words, some technical words required towards this. So what are those definitions? Here I am going to explain. See here, some definitions towards your theory. But is board is clear or not? Please clarify. Board is clear or not? Okay. See here. The most important terms in this spectra are, first one, ground state. What is the meaning of ground state? It is the least energy state. That is nothing but orbit. So least energy state, that is nothing but orbit. That is the ground state. So almost it is nothing but n is equal to first orbit. N is equal to 1. The state is called as ground state. Okay. Now the next word is, so how much is the energy for that one? So E is equal to minus 13.6 into, there is, what is the formula? Z square by L square, our formula. Electron volts. For hydrogen, Z is equal to 1. For ground state, N is equal to 1 for ground state. Therefore, energy of first orbit is equal to minus 13.6 electron volts. It is the ground state energy. Okay. So that is the least energy. That least energical orbit is called as ground state. So whatever it may be, whenever I use a word that is a ground state, so it has least energy. There N is equal to 1. Next one. Excited state. Frequently used word. excited state. What is this excited state? That means these are the different energy states. Different energy, nothing but higher energy states. States having n is equal to 2, 3, etc. N is not equal to 1. If n is equal to 1, that is ground state. Other than 1, those are all something more energetical than this first one. That all those higher energy states are called as excited states. All those higher energy states, that is excited states. Everyone is excited state. See here, these are the different orbits. These are the different orbits. See here, this is equal to n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if n is equal to 1, this particular orbit is called as the ground stage of that particular element. Ground stage. Except this, all these orbits are called as excited states. All these are considered as excited states. So now it is, this is excited state, this all these are excited states. This is considered as first excited state. That is the first excited state. This is second excited state. This is third excited state, and so on. So first excited state, n is equal to how much? It is 2. N is equal to 2. That is the first excited state. So my dear boys, it is the first excited state, not first orbit, first energy state. It is the first excited state. It is not energy state. First energy state is this one, that is ground state. But except this, remaining all having more energy than that of this one, all these energy states are called as excited states, excited energy states. So this is first excited state. Their energy n is equal to 2. Here n is equal to 3. It is n is equal to 4. Please be mind. So when electron jumping from third excited state to second excited state, third excited state to second excited state means n is equal to 4 to n is equal to 3. N is equal to 4 to n is equal to 3. That is the important case study. So it is not third state to second state. It is the third excited state to second excited state. Third excited state means the fourth orbital. Fourth orbital to, so that is the third orbital. Third excited state to second excited state. So this is second excited state. This is third excited state. That is, electron is jumping from fourth orbital to second orbital. So please be conscious. When electron jumping from fourth excited state to second orbit, what does it mean? Fourth excited state means fifth end. Fifth to second orbit, not second excited state. That is the second orbital. So that's why please be mind while taking the problems. The words are very, very important. Is this excited state or energy state? Please be conscious. If it is excited state, fifth excited state means n is equal to 6. Fifth energy state means n is equal to 5. Fifth energy state is n is equal to 5. Fifth excited state is n is equal to 6. So that's slight difference between these two words. So most of the students blunderly going to mistake to do problems like that. So please be conscious. Okay. So these are energy states. Energy states having more energy than that of ground state are called as excited states. Number of several excited states are there. So for excited state, n is equal to 2 to infinity. Ground state, n is equal to 1. For ground state, n is equal to 1. For excited state, n is equal to 2 onwards. So n is equal to 2, that is first excited state. Next word, frequently used word is ionization energy. That is third next definition, ionization energy. What is meant by this ionization energy? So already we know that ionization energy is nothing but that is the minimum energy required to remove an electron from the outermost orbit of a gaseous neutral atom. That is the minimum energy. Already that is in your 10th class in periodic table concepts. So what is the ionization energy? That is the minimum energy. That is the minimum energy. See here. This is the atom. So this is the outermost orbit. There is an electron. The energy required to remove this electron That minimum energy is nothing but ionization energy. But in our cases, so how to consider ionization energy? So ionization energy is nothing but, see here, this is the nucleus. These are the different orbits. These are the different orbits. So here, n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. When electron present in the first orbit, now I am going to remove this electron from n is equal to 1 to n is equal to infinity. So see here. So that is the electron, that is the energy required to move an electron from first orbit to infinity orbit. There is a need of some energy. There is a need of some energy for this transition. That energy is called as ionization energy. When electron is moving from first orbit to infinity orbit, that energy is called as ionization energy. So it is energy absorbed process. Therefore, ionization energy IE is equal to plus 113.6 into Z square by N square electron volts. It is very, very important. Number of problems are there based on this problem formula. Ionization energy of an element is equal to, so 13.6 into Z square by N square electron volts. 13.6. So I am going to derive this one. Wait. So because it is absorbed energy, that plus is means absorbed energy. Okay, this is ionization energy. That means when an electron, moving of electron from first orbit ground state to the infinity state, that means now the electron free from atom. So there is no influence of this nucleus over that electron at there. That is why free electron. So free electron means it has highest energy. So free electron energy is more than that of the electron in the atom. So already I told yesterday. So this is energy free electron cases. So next, number of ionization potential excitation or something are there. So read carefully. So if you have any doubt, ask me that. So now I am going to take hydrogen spectrum. These are the frequently used words. So compulsory used words. So that is why I explained here. Now I am going to explain hydrogen spectrum and some calculations for that hydrogen spectrum. Okay. See here. Energy of nth orbit is equal to minus 13.6 into Z square by N square is the formula. Z square by N square electron volt. Please be mind this part. Okay. So now, so what is hydrogen spectrum? How is this one explained? See here. So hydrogen spectrum and hydrogen spectrum. So what is this hydrogen spectrum? So see here, there is a container in which hydrogen gas is taken. So at the beginning, this hydrogen gas has H2 molecules in it. That means there is a bond between hydrogen and hydrogen. So this is the starting gases. Hydrogen molecules are there. Now this hydrogen gas is going to heat or pass electricity or electric arc. So now, because of this heating or because of this passage of this electricity, this hydrogen bond between hydrogen and hydrogen going to broken. Hydrogen atoms are there. Now these hydrogen atoms, so every hydrogen atom has one electron in its ground state. So these electrons get this heating energy. So and going to excited state because of absorption from its ground state to any higher energy state depending on the heat energy absorbed cases. Now all these electrons not in the ground state. So most of the electrons are entered into the excited state cell. So higher energy state cell. So whenever electrons having more energy, so no one has, so see here, no one has stability if they have more energy. So energy is more, stability is less. Energy is more, stability is less. So similarly, here also electrons at higher energy stage, there the electrons are unstable. To get stability, their energy must be decreased. That means, so now this is the ground state, this is the excited state. Now electron is here. It is come back to its original state either by losing energy and losing energy. Okay, so this losing energy, I am going to take a spectrum. That spectrum gives a number of lines. This is called as the line spectrum of hydrogen. That emitted light is going to take the spectrum. So after heating, spectrum is drawn. It is emission spectrum, hydrogen emission spectrum. It is from atoms only. That is the atomic spectrum. Atomic spectrum has a line only. So those distinct lines are available. Those lines are called as the line spectrum only. So it is a hydrogen atomic spectrum. That is emission spectrum. After heating, the spectrum is drawn here. After heating, the spectrum is drawn here. Hydrogen emission spectrum is observed here. Now this hydrogen emission spectrum is clearly explained by Bohr. So how to explain that Bohr? So what is the energy difference? I am going to explain here. See here. So all this I am going to take diagrammatic arrangement. So see here. This is the nucleus of the atom. These are the different orbits, circular orbits. Different circular orbits. Once again, already I told yesterday, that is, the energy difference as n value increases, gradually decreases. The energy difference as n value increases, gradually decreases. So what is that? See here. This is the nucleus. This is the first orbit. Second orbit, third orbit, fourth orbit, fifth orbit, sixth orbit, seventh orbit, like this. These are the different orbits. So actually electron is here because of heating. Any one of these higher orbits, the electron is going on. So because of absorption energy, here n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3, n is equal to 4, n is equal to 5, n is equal to 6, n is equal to 7. So this is the ground state. All these are the excited states. Now electron is present in excited state. Now electron is present in excited state. Okay. Dera, is the video is clear or not? Someone told me that is not clear. Is this clear or not? Kartikeya, except you. Clear. Most of the students told me clear, sir. So Kartikeya, it may be your problem. That is your net problem. Take it. So someone have clear it. Not much clear. Okay. So I'm going to use blue and black pen for clarity. See here. So flatted lines I am going to draw. This is n is equal to 1. N is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like this. N is equal to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are all excited states. This is ground state. This is ground state. Okay. Now these electrons are in the excited state depending on their absorption. If more energy is absorbed, from here to here is jumped. From less energy is absorbed, wherever it is available, depending on this different set. Now, whenever the electron is there in excited state, they come back to original state by losing energy. So that means these are the electrons coming from any higher orbit. When compared to 1, 2 is the higher orbit. Any higher orbit to first orbit, the electron is directly come back to original state. A series of spectral lines are available, and these are the lines, and these are the lines. So number of lines are there. So let this one as infinity line, and infinity line, and okay. So this is called as Lyman series. This is Lyman series. This series is observed by the scientist Lyman. That it is called as Lyman series. So this Lyman series is observed in the region UV region, Lyman series. Okay. So this is the first line, second line, third line, fourth line. This is infinity line. This is infinity line, and infinity line. Okay. So the first line, this is 2 to 1, is called as alpha line. Second line is called as beta line, gamma line, delta line. It is infinity line. Infinity line. Okay. So these are the symbols. So alpha line, this is for hydrogen atom, H alpha, H beta, H gamma, H delta, H infinity lines. H infinity lines. Okay. So it is Lyman series. So it is H alpha line, H beta line, H gamma, H delta, H infinity. H infinity. Lyman series. So Lyman series observed in UV region of the electromagnetic radiation. Next one. When electron jumping from any higher orbit to second orbit, any higher to second orbit, not directly to the first orbit. That means the jumping of electron either directly or indirectly come back to the ground state ending. So first of all, come back to second state. After that, first state ending. So this is the limiting value ending. This is the series limited. So here, when an electron is jumping from any higher orbit to second orbit, this is observed by Balmer ending. Balmer, that is the series is called Balmer series. It is in visible region. This is observed in visible region. Okay, the series is called as CAF. This is H alpha line for Balmer series, H beta line, H gamma line, H delta line. It is H infinity line. H infinity line. Next one. See here. Any higher orbit to third orbit. Any higher orbit to third orbit. Paschen series. PASCHEN. Paschen series. It is observed in IR region. So which is taken as a near IR region. Near IR region. Here also alpha, beta, gamma is alpha, beta line, gamma line, infinity line. Every line is available. That is the Paschen series. Any higher orbit to fourth orbit. See, this is fourth orbit. Any higher orbit to fourth orbit, electron is jumping from any higher orbit to fourth orbit. This series is called as bracket series. BRACKETT. Bracket series. It is middle IR region. Middle IR region it is observed. This is near IR, that is middle IR. Here also alpha, beta, gamma available. Alpha line, beta line, gamma line. It is infinity line. Infinity line. Next one. That is any higher orbit to fifth orbit. Any higher orbit to fifth orbit. This is Fund series. PFUND. P silent. It is for IR region. For IR region. For IR region. Here also alpha, beta, gamma. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, and infinity lines are available. So these are the 5 series. Latest one more series is there, that is called as Humphrey series. That is Humphrey series. See here, from any higher orbit to sixth orbit. any higher orbit to sixth orbit. That series is called as Humphrey, Humphrey series. This is also in IR region and IR region. So these are the different series available in hydrogen line spectrum. So how many series? So please don't consider this one. It is less one. So only 5 series we are going to consider here. So for Lyman series, Balmer, Paschen, Brackett, Punch series. Lyman series is at UV region, Balmer series visible region, IR, middle IR, far IR. So most of the spectral lines are available in IR region. Most of the spectral lines are available in IR region. So this is hydrogen line spectrum and line spectrum. Here for Lyman series, so to which orbit the electron is come back? That is the first orbited. That is for this N1 is equal to 1. From where the electron is come back? 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. That is N2 and higher orbit. 2, 3, 4, etc. infinity. So for Lyman series, N1 is equal to 1, N2 is equal to second onwards infinity. For Balmer series, to which electron is come back? That is second orbit. N1 is equal to second orbit, N2 is equal to 3, 4, etc. infinity. 3, 4, etc. infinity. Next one. For Paschen series, N1 is equal to 3, N2 is equal to 4, 5, etc. infinity. For Brackett series, N1 is equal to 4, N2 is equal to 5, 6, etc. infinity. Next. For Punch series, N1 is equal to 5, N2 is equal to 6, 7, etc. infinity. For Humphrey series, N1 is equal to 6, N2 is equal to 7, 8, etc. infinity. 7, 8, etc. infinity. These are the N1, N2 values for different series. N1 to which the electron is come back. N2 from which electron is come back. 2 from N. So to which, that is first orbit. From which, second onwards. From anywhere, come back to first state. That is Lyman series. Among all these series, the first observed series is Balmer series. Because it is available in visible light. So because it is available, visible light means that is visible to our naked eye. That is why the first identified series is Balmer series. After that, remaining series are observed in different regions. Okay, so most of the spectral lines are available in IR regions. Many spectral lines are possible in IR region. Next, it is the first observed series. Next, here the spectral lines, these are in color states. Different colors spectral lines are available because visible light is the combination of number of spectral lines and number of colors. It is a combination of several colors. There is 7 colors with there. That means this series, these Balmer series, having different colored bands and colored lines are available. Blue color, green, red, that is the color bands are available. So now this is the hydrogen spectrum. So in this hydrogen spectrum, I want to find out a formula to calculate how much is the wavelength of these lines or energy of these lines, energy difference of these spectral lines. So here I am going to calculate the energy difference. Next one. Every series, first line is called as alpha line. Every series, first line is called as alpha line, second line is called as beta line. It is a naming end. See here, first line is alpha line, second line is the beta line. So similarly, everywhere this alpha beta lines are available. Every series, the first line is alpha line. So for hydrogen, Lyman series, alpha line is this one. So for this, N1 is equal to 1, N2 is equal to 2. For alpha line, N1 is equal to 1, N2 is equal to 2. For Balmer series, H alpha line, N1 is equal to 2, N2 is equal to 3. For Paschen series, N1 is equal to 3, N2 is equal to 4. So next, for Lyman series, beta line, N1 is equal to 1, N2 is equal to 3. N2 is equal to 3. Okay. So these are the very important cases. So towards your spectral lines, so H alpha, H beta, H gamma lines, please be in mind, these are the words frequently used really. These are the words frequently used. Now, see here. This is the energy difference. Check this one. This is the energy difference. This is the energy difference for H alpha line. This is the energy difference for H infinity line. That means more energy difference is where H alpha line or H infinity line. That means, so I am going to explain this for this alignment series. For H alpha line, energy difference is less. For H infinity line, energy difference is high. For H infinity line, H energy difference is high. We know E is equal to Hc by lambda. We know E is equal to Hc by lambda. More is the energy, less is the lambda. That means for H alpha line, lambda is less than. For H beta line, sorry, it is less, it is more. So that is, it is lambda maximum. This is taken as lambda minimum. Lambda maximum, lambda minimum. That means, so the wavelength corresponding to H alpha line is taken as lambda maximum. The wavelength corresponding to H infinity line is taken as lambda minimum. More is the energy difference, less is the wavelength. More is the energy difference, less is the wavelength. So this is called as H infinity line. So this H infinity line is called as series limited. Series limit line and this line is called as series. Everywhere the infinity line is considered as a series limit. But that for series limit, lambda minimum is observed. Because energy difference is high, so minimum wavelength we observe, that is lambda minimum is observed. Lambda minimum is observed. So now, how to calculate that lambda maximum value, lambda minimum value? So by taking energy difference value, that is, we know delta E is equal to Hc by lambda. So find out the delta E. Delta E is equal to E2 minus E1. That is higher energy state minus lower energy state. By using that, I am going to calculate that lambda value. See here. So up to now, is this clear? Up to now, is this clear? I am going to clean this board. Okay. So now I am going to take energy difference formula. So let us take, this is the first one orbit, this is the second orbit. Let it be n1th orbit, this is n2 orbit, I don't know the number. N1th orbit, n2 orbit. For this, energy E is equal to E2. This is E2 is equal to minus 13.6 into Z square by N2 square. N square means N2 square. Now for this, E1 is equal to minus 13.6 into Z square by N1 square. Z square by N1 square. Now I want to calculate delta E. Because delta E is equal to Hc by lambda. Delta E is equal to E2 minus E1. E2 minus E1. That is equal to minus 13.6 into Z square by N2 square, minus of minus, this one is plus and minus of minus plus 13.6 into Z square by N1 square. Now 13.6 into Z square I am going to take common into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square, which is equal to delta E. Delta E. So I am going to calculate lambda value. Therefore, Hc by lambda is equal to 13.6 into Z square into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. That implies 1 by lambda is equal to 13.6 into Z square by Hc into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. No doubt we know 1 by lambda is equal to nu bar. 1 by lambda is equal to nu bar. Nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to 13.6 into Z square. This 13.6 into Z square, this is taken as a constant value. That constant is taken as Rydberg. This equation is derived by the scientist Rydberg. Therefore, finally, mu bar is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to 13.6 into hc, which is taken as Rydberg's constant r z square into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. N1 is the lower orbit, N2 is the higher orbit. N1 is the lower orbit, N2 is the higher orbit. Here R is equal to, what is that R value? 13.6 into by HCl. H value constant, R value constant, C value constant. By taking that value, so here is the constant value. That constant value is 109,677 centimeter inverse. 109,677 centimeter inverse. That is 1.1 into 10 power 7, I think, as meter inverse. So this is the value, Rydberg's constant value, and Rydberg's constant value, R value. So in our calculation purpose, sometimes we are going to measure 1 by R value. That 1 by R means 1 by R that value. That is a 912 angstrom. Please be mind. 1 by Rydberg's constant value is equal to 912 angstrom. 912 angstrom. So that is R value is 109,677 centimeters. Sorry, it is a centimeter inverse. That is 1.1 into 10 power 7 meter inverse. That is 10 power 7 meter inverse. So if any time if you want to calculate 1 by R value, so that 1 by R value is equal to 912 angstrom. Please be mind. Please be mind. Now I am going to calculate lambda minimum and lambda maximum for different series lines. Lambda minimum and lambda maximum for different series lines. So for Lyman series, I am going to calculate lambda minimum and lambda maximum. Lambda minimum and lambda maximum for Lyman series. See here. So from this, the formula are so electron transition takes place from any higher orbit to first orbit. I am going to take Lyman series. Lyman series means whenever electron is there, that is come back to the first state. Therefore, N1 is equal to 1, N2 is equal to 2, 3, 4, etc. infinity. 2, 3, etc. infinity. It is available in UV region. For this, delta E is equal to, we calculate the formula, that is 13.6 into Z square into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. Okay. So for first line, the first line is called as H alpha line. The first line is called as H alpha line. So here N1 is equal to 1, N2 is equal to 2. N1 is equal to 1, N2 is equal to 2. Because, so this is the Lyman series. 1, 2, 3, 4 orbit. This is first, second, third. This is alpha, this is beta, this is gamma line. So it is infinity line. Here it is infinity line. Now I am going to take first line, which is H alpha line. So apply that delta E value. So H alpha line. Next, similarly for H beta line, N1 is equal to 1, N2 is equal to 3. Similarly, H infinity line, N1 is equal to 1, N2 is equal to infinity. N2 is equal to infinity. Okay, this line is called as series limit. This line is called as a series limit. For this, for H alpha line, delta E is equal to 13.6 into, I am going to take for hydrogen spectrum and hydrogen atom. So Z is equal to 1 square into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by n2 square, n2 square is equal to 2 only. 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square, that is equal to 13.6 into 1 by 1 minus 1 by 4, that is equal to 4 is the LCM, 3 by 4. So 13.6 into 3 by 4 again. 13.6 into 3 by 4. How much is the value? 3 by 4 means there is a alpha line, the difference value. 13.6 into 3 by 4. How much is the value? Please give me the value. I don't know. 11.2. I think it is 10.2 maybe. Check it. Check it. Yes, it is 10.2. So it is 10.2 electron volts. That is the difference value. Least difference is 10.1. Maximum difference. Maximum difference. How much is the maximum difference? So it is energy less value. Least difference. Least difference. Now delta E maximum energy. That is for H infinity line. Difference of energy value is maximum. H infinity line. That is equal to 13.6 into 1 square. So 1 by 1 square minus 1 by infinity square, 1 by infinity 0 and that is 13.6 is the answer. Therefore, for Lyman series, delta value for Lyman series is less than, is in between, less than or equal to 10.2 electron volts to less than or equal to 13.6 electron volts. It is the energy difference between, that is it is the minimum value, that is the maximum value. It is delta E value. Similarly for lambda also, lambda. So we know lambda is equal to formula. So we know delta E is equal to 1 to 400 by lambda, which is in angstroms, the value which is in electron volts. Already yesterday I told to you, delta E in electron volts is equal to 12,400 by lambda. So already we know delta value. Already we know delta value here. So from this, delta E is inversely proportional to lambda. Therefore, see here, that is equal to lambda. So it is lambda, that is it is minimum, that is maximum. Now it is maximum, and lambda maximum is equal to 12,400 by least value, that is 10.2. That is 10.1. So after getting that value, that is equal to 1216 angstroms. 1216 angstroms. That is lambda maximum. Lambda maximum. Now lambda minimum. Lambda minimum is equal to 1 to 400 by, that is the minimum value, that is the maximum energy value, 13.6, which is equal to, the value is 912 angstroms. So therefore, so the value corresponding to this one is 1216 angstroms greater than or equal to lambda for Lyman series. Lambda for Lyman series is greater than or equal to, that is 912 angstroms. These are the two important. So it is for H, that is minimum wavelength. This is maximum wavelength. This is maximum wavelength. So therefore, maximum and minimum wavelength. H alpha line, H infinity line, H alpha line and H infinity line. So this is for Lyman series. Similarly for Balmer, gamma, that is pattern, everything we are going to calculate it. We are going to calculate. So for any minute. So when it means I am going to complete the concept. Otherwise, when is it possible to close the topic? Okay. So see here. I think at least half an hour. Something at least half an hour. This is all about your hydrogen spectrum, in particular Lyman series. Is this clear or not? In particular Lyman series. Similarly for Balmer series, gamma series, everything you should calculate. I will send the notes similarly like this. Okay, please try yours for Balmer and gamma, everything else. Okay, this is about your hydrogen spectrum. So hydrogen spectrum. Now in this hydrogen spectrum, finally I am going to conclusion. I'm going to give conclusion in it. See here. So I'm going to write Lyman series. This is Lyman series. Here delta E in this case. In this case, delta E is a minimum. That means the lambda maximum. This is for H alpha. For H alpha, if you calculate lambda value, that is called as lambda minimum, maximum, and lambda maximum. Next, it is delta E maximum. That implies lambda minimum and lambda minimum. So that is a series limit wavelength. Series limit wavelength, frequently called as series limit wavelength. Okay. So next, for Lyman series, how many spectral lines are possible? How many spectral lines possible? So number of spectral lines in Lyman series is equal to n2 minus 1. N2 minus 1. So that is fifth to first end. So how many spectral lines? Fifth to first, fourth to first, third to first, second to first. Total 4 lines. 5 minus 1. That is 4 end. For Balmer series, that is n2 minus 2. For Paschen series, Raman Balmer, Paschen, bracket, Fund series. So similarly, n2 minus 3. So n2 minus 4. This is n2 minus 5. In general, n2 minus n1. N1 of that series. For any series, number of spectral lines is equal to n2 minus n1. N1 is the series n1 value. For Lyman series, n1 is equal to 1. For Balmer series, n1 is equal to 2. Similarly, n1 1, n2 2, n2 3, there is n2 5. So n2 minus n1 are the number of spectral lines in a particular series. Number of spectral lines in a particular series. Altogether, total spectral lines in total series. Total number of spectral lines. Therefore, total spectral lines is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. Sum of all integers. N into n plus 1 by 2. Here n is equal to n2 minus n1. That is the difference of spectral lines. From where to where electron is coming. So that is fifth to first end. Therefore 5 minus 1, that is 4. Put n is equal to 4 there. That is total number of spectral lines available. Total number of spectral lines available. Now these are the lines available. That is why this series is called as line spectrum. So sometimes every line is further break down into a number of several lines. A single line break down into a number of several lines. These lines are called as fine lines. So more explained up to this, but not for this one. Every spectral line is further break down into a number of other lines. That is called as fine lines. Why these fine lines are available, not explained by both. So the number of fine lines is equal to n1 into n2. It is a formula to calculate number of fine lines for a particular line. If this is a line coming from 1, 2, 3, 4, n1 is equal to 4, 2, n1 is equal to 1. So 4 into 1, total 4 spectral fine lines are observed. Total 4 fine lines are available. Okay, so it is very, very important. So lambda minimum is nothing but lambda shortest end. Both are the same end. Lambda maximum is equal to lambda highest end or largest end. Lambda minimum, lambda maximum. Okay, so these are the frequently used terms. So this is all about your different spectral lines available in hydrogen spectrum and Lyman, Balmer, Paschen, bracket, Font series. Okay, Ampere series is the latest one. Okay, so these are different spectral lines. So this is all about your hydrogen spectrum. So to explain wavelength or energy, so that is nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to r z square into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square. And here R is called as Rydberg constant. So for hydrogen atom R, for any other atoms, R Z square is the Rydberg constant. For any higher single electron systems, R Z square is the Rydberg constant. For hydrogen atom, R is the Rydberg constant. Okay. So this is the Rydberg equation. So to calculate wave number or wavelength. Wave number or wavelength. Okay. So this is theoretically hydrogen spectrum. Now we are going to take some problems. Okay, it is only for hydrogen or hydrogen-like ions. That means any single electron system, it is applicable. For hydrogen, Z is equal to 1. For He plus, Li plus 2, Be plus 3, their Z are different, but all those having single electron, their Z square also used. Their Z square also used. Okay. Is this clear, my dear boys? I'm just explaining Lyman series. Balmer pattern like that, you should calculate. Okay. Okay. So problems based on this topic and up to fourth series. Just a minute, boys. So problems and see here. Some problems. Find the difference between the wave number of first line of Lyman series and second line of Balmer series. And second line of Balmer series in He plus ion. In He plus ion. You want to calculate difference of wave number. Difference of wave number. See here, wave number is symbol is nu bar and nu bar and nu bar is equal to, this is going on. Nu bar of first one minus nu bar of second one and nu bar of second one. We know the formula nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda is equal to R Z square into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square and 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. First line of Lyman series. For Lyman series, N1 is equal to 1. First line is N2 is equal to 2. Second line of Balmer series. For Balmer series, N1 is equal to 2, fixed rate. N2 is equal to 3, 4 almost. If it is 3, first line end. 4, second line end. N2 is equal to 4. So these are the symbols. So these are the N1, N2 values for those elements. Okay. So substitute those values here. So Z value for He plus Z is equal to 2 only. For He plus Z is equal to 2. Therefore, New one, apply for this part. R 4 2 square into 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square overall minus R into 4 1 by 2 square minus 1 by 4 square. 1 by 2 square minus 1 by 4 square. Calculate that value. So after final calculation, that gives 9R by 4. 9R by 4. That is the difference. Delta mu bar. So that is between them. 9R by 4 after calculation. So please be conscious. Lyman series N1 is equal to 1. Balmer series N1 is equal to 2. Those N1 values are fixed. Okay, first line, second line. For first line, Lyman series 2. For second line, Lyman series 3. So N2 values are identified. So that like that, this is the problem. Next one. Next one. In hydrogen atom sample, electron is present in fourth excited state. Electron is present in fourth excited state. Find the lines belonging to belonging to UV visible and IR range. If electron make transition, up to ground state, So see how many are possible. So in hydrogen atom, it is for hydrogen atom. So in hydrogen atom, fourth excited state. What is the meaning of fourth excited state? Fourth excited state means N is equal to 5. Fifth orbit. Fourth excited. That means electron is coming from fifth orbit to somewhere up to, it is ground state. Ground state means N is equal to 1. Ground state means N is equal to 1. It is in hydrogen atom. That means there are 5 orbits. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. N is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Electron is come back from any higher orbit to first orbit. So say 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. These are the possible lines. It is the Lyman series. It is a Balmer series. It is Paschen bracket series. So Lyman series is at UV region. Balmer series is at visible region. These two are at IR region. So UV region, how many lines are there? 4 lines. Balmer series, 3 lines. IR region, these two plus this one, total 3 lines. Therefore, total spectral lines 4 plus 3 plus 3, which is equal to 10. So for Lyman series 4, for Balmer series 3, that is Lyman UV 4, visible 3, IR 3. So he wants UV, answer is 3, answer is 4, visible 3, IR also 3. These are the answers. Just you know the series. So now I'm going to apply the formula. So that is number of spectral lines is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. That is n is equal to difference of these two. 5 minus 1 is equal to 4n, which is equal to n. Therefore, 4 into 4 plus 1 by 2. That is equal to 2 into 5. Total 10 spectral lines. So total 10 spectral lines. So this is the formula. That is the direct calculation. It is a formula calculation.